All right, everyone, buckle up because today we're diving deep into a fascinating topic. 17 household chores a frugal, minimalist housewife has stopped doing. I mean, think about it. Who doesn't want more time, money, and a simpler life? Let's kick things off with a game changer. I let a robot vacuum handle my daily cleaning. Now, I know what you're thinking. Robot vacuums? They're just fancy gadgets, right? But hear me out. The initial investment might seem steep, but if you think about the hours you save, it can pay for itself in investing in your own skills or even starting a side hustle. I'm currently using the Bodo K 10 Plus, cool name, right? It has a slim profile, trash disposal feature, and app connectivity. It's like having a little helper that never asks for a raise.
Wow, I never really considered that. So, what's the most surprising thing you've noticed since getting the robot vacuum? I mean, does it really work well and tie? Like, do you ever find it getting stuck on furniture or anything?
Oh, absolutely. It does get stuck occasionally. But here's where I had to let go of that minor annoyance, you know? The time it frees up for me, I can spend doing things I actually love, like learning to cook gourmet meals. And speaking of cooking, I've also stopped hanging out laundry. Big deal for me. I use a dryer and washing machine. Trust me, it saves so much time and lets you ignore the weather forecast entirely.
That's intriguing. But, doesn't using a dryer, increase your electricity bill? I've heard people say that. Isn't that a concern?
Great question. Yes, it can increase the bill, but when you factor in the time saved and stress eliminated, it's well worth it. And I mean, who loves that tightrope walk between wet clothes and unpredictable weather? Not me. Moreover, I even let go of folding laundry. I mean, tossing it into a basket simplifies things so much. Just hang up the adult clothes and sort the kids' clothes without stressing over if they're inside out.
Oh my gosh, I always dread folding clothes. So, what do you think would happen if you had a family gathering and all the clothes were in a basket? Wouldn't that throw everyone out of order?
Haha, yes. That would definitely cause a tiny bit of chaos. But that's where being minimalistic has its perks. The number of clothes we own is significantly fewer, so it's way easier to navigate through. Speaking of simplifying, I even eliminated fabric softeners. No more worrying about irritation for the kids, and, more importantly, it saves money. Bonus points.
Wow, that's genius. I've always thought that fabric softeners were essential for keeping clothes soft. What do you use instead?
Well, I just rely on natural drying processes. It turns out, less is more. Also, I've opted for a dishwasher instead of hand washing, which I can't recommend enough. My life has transformed seriously. It keeps my water usage stable and allows me to spend my time doing more productive things.
That's wild. So, if you're using a dishwasher, do you wash the dishes before you put them in? Don't they still need a little rinse?
Sometimes I do give them a little rinse, but not over-the-top scrubbing like I used to. And here's another tip. I prioritize simple meals for my family. Less time in the kitchen means, guess what? More time for side hustles or hobbies. I often use pre-prepared food to speed things up. It's like the modern family's secret weapon.
Oh, I totally get that. But does your family ever complain about the less elaborate meals? I mean, I feel like kids can be pretty picky sometimes.
Yeah, kids can be picky, but you learn to work with what they like, find a balance. Isn't that the key? I even shop for groceries online, which has drastically cut my food expenses.
Wow, that's so smart. How do you manage to avoid the temptation of adding things to your cart? I would probably end up with way more junk food.
You'd be surprised. Planning is key. I create a list and stick to it. And just to throw in a little bonus for you, I've eliminated the fuss of choosing chopsticks by sticking to a uniform pattern. It's like my little assembly line for meals.
That's so cool. Wait, do you also deal with organizing storage boxes more efficiently? I've heard that's a huge minimalistic step.
Absolutely. Keeping fewer storage boxes has helped me cut down on unnecessary purchases. Less clutter equals more clarity. I don't even change clothes seasonally anymore. It's a matter of practicality for me. Fewer clothes lead to less hassle.
Yo, that's super different from what I'm used to. I can't even imagine not doing that. Are there any other surprising changes you've made that impact your daily life?
Oh, for sure. I digitize document management by creating QR codes for manuals. It eliminates physical clutter. Simply scan to find what you need. I mean, how amazing is that? We live in a digital age.
Whoa, that sounds mind-blowing. Do you ever find trouble accessing documents because, if your phone dies or something?
Great point. I have backup systems now, keeping physical copies but minimizing them. It's about creating a balance. And if we talk kitchen organization, I simplified it too. I use items as they are, not constantly refilling them. Simplicity is the name of the game.
What about cleaning? I imagine that's also a huge factor, right?
A big part. I removed mats for easier cleaning. Less stuff gives me more time to focus on what truly matters. Oh, and for finishing touches, seasonal decorations? Just the essentials.
That is wild. I wonder what my family would think if I went home tomorrow and just tossed all the seasonal decor.
Haha, exactly. It's about making a lifestyle choice. And believe me, the freedom that follows is truly transformative. These changes have granted me more free time for self-improvement and side jobs, increasing my income and enriching my life overall. So, what do you think? Would you give any of these a shot?
Oh my gosh, definitely. I'm so inspired. I mean, if you can transform your life like that, imagine the possibilities. I can't wait to try some of these tips. What do you think will be the hardest one for me to implement?
Great question. I'd say starting with online grocery shopping might be a bit of an adjustment, but once you get the hang of it, it's a breeze.
I'm excited to give it a try. Thanks so much for all these tips.